Okay, your dream isn't going to be delivered to you in your front door like a fresh piping hot pizza. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in the work and show the work you want to get. What's going on? You're listening to episode 17 of the Perspective Podcast, and I'm your host, Scotty.D.Russell of Perspective Collective. This show is about encouraging you to push your creative career forward, whether that's finding time outside of a day job or finding motivation or working with family. I want to encourage you to pursue your creativity. And that's how this works for me. I have the day job. I have plenty of things going on in my life, but I realize that in order to get to where I want to be and accomplish my dreams and my goals, I have to pursue the things that I love to do the most, that I feel I'm best at. And that's what the show is about changing your perspective, letting you know that things are possible. There's not just one way of doing things. I am recording this the day after Thanksgiving, and I took this week off just to kind of rest, recuperate, spend some time with family, and especially my wife, and I haven't had a chance to publicly give thanks at the moment, so regardless it's a week late, it still needed to be said. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to listen, to share, to reach out to me, to even give me feedback. It really means the world to me, as this is probably my biggest passion project yet outside of the day job. So I'm going to invest everything I have into this show, everything I have into you. And I am just extremely, extremely thankful for you and your ears and your time and your creativity and your imagination. I'm just so thankful for you. I'm really excited about this show today, as it's a question that I get often, and I feel like I actually have the experience to show this now, as it's starting to work for me. But it's all about how to get the job you want in the style you want and what style you want to be known for, how to attract the clients you want. And it all falls down to showing the work you want to get. So a quick example before I dive into the show: say you were a skateboarder and you want to do work for a huge skateboarding brand, whether it's DC's, Girls, man, I don't even know the brands anymore. But anyway, you want to do work for these brands. So how do you put yourself out there to be seen to get this kind of work? Well, you got to show the work you want to get. So if I was a skateboarding artist, I would be putting out, tons of decks with my style of art on it, and I would just be tagging all these accounts and sharing it online and putting it out in the universe to notify this is the work I want to get. Well, essentially, that's what this episode's going to be about, and it's going to be a little goofy here because I have a hard time communicating my goofiness, my quirkiness through writing and speaking. It's easy for drawing. So that's my attempt today, is to give you a little bit more insight into the weirdness of me. And that's why this title is called 11 Life, if I can say it right, 11 Life Lessons Learned from Loving Pizza. Okay, I'm a big pizza junkie, if you knew me, or if you know me now. I talk about it all the time. I have an obsession with little pizza art. I love pizza, and I have since I was a kid. So let's just dive into the episode so I can stop rambling. I can remember way back during the Blookah and Jinko days as a kid and how lit Friday nights were. I'd lounge on the couch watching TGIF, and I would have a whole frozen pizza to myself. Those were the good days. It was during those days that it sparked my obsession with pizza, because I grew up super picky and I had a very small desire to try other foods. Don't get me wrong, a frozen pizza is still a delight to these days, but I've graduated to delivery, and I'm not talking DiGiorno. I've been doing little pizza doodles forever, yet I never really started sharing them until the past few years. I'm learning to embrace this little quirk of mine because, one, it reminds me that I don't always have to take myself so seriously, and two, it reminds me to have fun and constantly experiment. While the context behind this seems random, I assure you there's a point to this all. I recently came across this sweet Domino's pizza box design. Super random, I know. I browse Pinterest. I don't care. I love Pinterest. And the craft and attention to detail to this pizza box design blew my mind. You would have thought this $10 large 3-topping takeout pizza would have cost something like $40 with just how nice the packaging and the design was. And it's crazy the subjective value art can bring to something. And I want the opportunity to do this. Seeing this pizza box inspired me to create this type of subjective value for a brand. And this is where I'm getting to my point. How would anyone know to hire me for a custom pizza box design if I don't show this in my artwork? I'm a huge advocate for showing the work you want to attract and be known for. That's why in this episode, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I ended up going on Amazon and I purchased 50 plain white pizza boxes to get to work. And I need to give a little thank you to Terrence Tang of Tin Lund Studio for this idea. So I didn't come up with it on my own. Essentially, this episode is me shouting to the universe what kind of work I want to attract. It may not happen immediately, but if I continue to show how much fun I'm having in creating clever pizza art, I have no doubt over time it will be seen by the right person who will give me that chance. And I want to show it's possible for you too. So who knows, maybe I'll even get paid in free pizza for life. Everyone at work's going to love me because Scotty's going to have pizza parties all the time. But without further ado, here are 11 life lessons learned from loving pizza. Fair warning, these can get pretty cheesy, pun intended. And before I dive into the first one, it's so much easier to follow along with this if you actually go to perspective-collective.com/17, because for each one of these, I have a pizza drawing that I've made, and I'm literally just going to take the contents of this silly drawing, I'm going to twist it to actually mean some kind of positive benefit for you on your end, okay, based on experiences that I've either dealt with that were struggles or, positive experiences. So here we go. Number 1, you can't make everyone happy. You are not pizza. The point of this one is to stop focusing on seeking everyone's validation. It's impossible to please everyone and have everyone like your work. I want to encourage you to put out work you're enthusiastic about, and I assure you the right people resonate, okay? Not everyone can like you. You are not pizza. All right, the second one. Pizza always has my back. It's a little drawing of, I guess it's me, but a huge slice of pizza just hanging on my back like I'm piggybacking a slice of it. But this one has to deal with life is full of highs and lows. During the lows, it's important that you have people around you who have your back. And I want to encourage you to surround yourself with people of high character who aren't assholes. Okay, it doesn't have to be pizza, but I truly believe, who said it, but you're the sum of your closest 5 people that you hang out with, and this couldn't be true. And so you have to ditch the people that are holding you back and bring you down and surround yourself with the right type of people who are either where you want to be or at the same level as you right now. You guys got to rise and level up together. Shout out to the Level Up Society crew right there. Number 3 is an astronaut stepping on a piece of pizza saying, "Don't step on my pizza." Everything holds some type of value to someone else. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you can't accept them for what they like. And it seems to be in this new age, especially post-election, we're so quick to judge someone, tear someone down, rip them apart because we think or see things differently. We have different point of views, different perspectives. And just because you guys see things differently doesn't mean you're not equal. Man, that pisses me off. And for the love of everything good in life, don't disrespect someone and step on their pizza. Number 4 is a crazy little pizza paper plane along with a crazy pizza mountain range, and it's titled Slice Life. While it's hard to believe that life isn't all about pizza, I am a strong believer in having something you're passionate and driven about in life. And that's why I want to take the time to ask you, what purpose are you fulfilling right now? Where can you bring values to yours and someone else's life? So find something you're passionate about that can also make a high impact in the world. You may not think you're capable, but I promise you, you're capable. You have the talent, you have the gift, and I want to encourage you to share that. Number 5, pizza on my mind all the time. It's basically just a skull with a pizza drawing inside of it, just replacing the brain. And I'm going to spin it as, I don't know about you, but when I have a good idea or writing a ton of momentum in life, I have a hard time turning my mind off. When you have that one thing you can't stop thinking about, like in this case, pizza, I feel it's your intuition giving you an internal pull in the right direction you're supposed to go. So I want you to trust your gut, even if you ate too much pizza, but just know that I believe things happen for a reason. When you randomly just meet someone and you guys immediately click, when you go somewhere and you just absolutely feel overwhelmed with good vibes and energy and just happiness, or when you put out a project and hit publish and you just feel it, that's your intuition, that's the things on your mind, and that's your gut telling you where to go. So trust your gut. Number 6, I will draw for pizza. All right, I love this one. I really enjoyed creating this piece. It's basically a pencil stuck through a piece of pizza, a cheesy piece, and in the background is a banner that waves and says, I will draw for pizza. But basically the point I'm getting at here is I desperately want you to understand that it's possible to generate an income doing what you enjoy the most. For me, this is drawing, and I would have never in a million years thought it was possible to make a living off this. Now I'm starting to see that this is possible. You can do stuff with your creativity. You can make things happen, and if it's possible for me, then I want to show you you are capable and it's possible for you, okay? I'm determined to show you through my podcasting, the blog, the art in general, speaking. I want you to believe in yourself like I do. Number 7, Little Slice of Heaven. Okay, this one is a pizza paraglider, and it's just flying through a nice little pretty scene of the sky. I'm going to get simple with you on this one. Enjoy the little things in life. Whether you just found a dollar bill on the ground or you have a delightful frozen Jack's pizza all to yourself, I believe it's important to show gratitude for the little things in life, because appreciating these things is going to make life a lot more enjoyable. So come from a place of abundance, not from a place of needing more. And this is more me speaking to myself too, especially around Black Friday. There's just sometimes I really just want things, needless things. And I'm not a minimalistic person and things I need to try and strive to be. But I do practice gratitude, and I do appreciate the little things, and I appreciate you. Number 8, pizza is life. We all know pizza is not life, but it's me writing pizza calligraphy. I dipped some pizza in some ink, and I did some pizza calligraphy. But the point I'm trying to make here is that life is all about you, yet it's not all about you. First off, I believe you can help others if you take care of yourself first. Okay, you have to be selfish in order to be from a place of being selfless. Secondly, I believe we exist to serve one another and make a difference. And making a difference is leaving someone off better than when you found them. That's my definition of making a difference. And I want you to cultivate your talents and put them towards a significant need in the world. The more good you do for others, the more good comes to you. It's called karma. So pizza is life, but really pizza isn't life, okay? It's about you, but it's about others as well, okay? Pick each other up. Number 9, pizza lovers unite. Okay, it's a nice little badge concept. It's a piece of pizza waving as a flag. And this one tied together after recently experienced being in a flood. I think this was back at episode 11, Flooded Thoughts. Back in September, my whole area, my town was flooded pretty bad. Not as bad as the flood of '08, but a very serious flood. A lot of people had a lot of damage to their house. It was a scary, scary incident, and I was just blown away to see how the community rallied and bonded together. It was unreal. There was no race. There was no religion cards being played. No, you are a Republican or Democrat. None of that was played here. Okay, we weren't born to build barriers and divide due to religion, political views, or race. Okay, underlying all of that crap is timeless principles and the ability to love one another. Pick each other up. Be a human. Show some love. Show some kindness. We're not meant to see everything on the same page. If we were all supposed to be the same, where would be the fun in that? Okay, we're all unique. Just accept someone. Accept someone for how they are and unite together. Number 10. You want a piece of me? Essentially, it's just a little slice of pizza ready to box someone. He looks pissed. But I'm going to tie this one into, I grew up biting my tongue when I felt I had something important to speak out about, and it spawned from my desire to please everyone and avoid confrontation. The person I'm striving to become realizes at times you have to speak out and fight for what you believe in, no matter if it creates uncomfortable situations. At least at the end of the day, you can sleep knowing that you spoke what was on your mind. Number 11. Probably the silliest one out of them all. I hate when people steal my pizza. It's basically just a UFO. It's basically a UFO abducting this dude's piece of pizza out of a box and he's chasing it down. Silly, but I'm going to tie this one into I've stolen things in the past. And I feel like a dick for doing it. I've lost respect for myself, even if it was over petty little things like taking someone else's Bud Light out of their cooler during a tailgate party because I was out of beer. Stupid little things, but little things like this still haunt me to this day, and I've spent years trying to redeem myself for it. So the point I'm trying to make with this one is everything in life must be earned, and it's a crude act taking something from someone that isn't yours, that you didn't invest your precious time in your life to deserve. Okay? Don't steal stuff from people. It's horrible. I'm guilty of it. And it's not cool, okay? You got to earn it. Earn it. All right, as I bring this to a conclusion, I know this one was different, but it was one I had on my mind for a while, and I just want to drive home the fact. I want you to show the work you want to get. What is that thing that you urge to do but think it's impossible? The universe can't deliver you on the job of your dreams if you're not actively showing that you're wanting it. Okay, your dream isn't going to be delivered to you in your front door like a fresh piping hot pizza. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in the work and show the work you want to get. Who knows what will come out of this episode or all these pizza drawings? At least I'm being intentional and I'm having a blast doing something that I love that I feel that I'm pretty good at. Showing the work you want combined with following these 11 life lessons learned through pizza is sure to get you to a point where you're doing work you're fulfilled by for possibly great people. And at the end, you'll be filled with a full stomach as well. Just remember, it will never happen by wishing and not doing. If you want to find me online, you can go to perspective-collective.com, or you can find me pretty much anywhere on social media by visiting PRSPCTV_CLLCTV. That's Perspective Collective with no vowels. Pretty simple, right? I know. One thing I do want to mention, I recently released my first product, and it's called the Weekly Content Checklist. It's been doing great so far. I appreciate everyone who's taken the time to purchase, but essentially it's just a weekly content framework for helping you produce consistent content outside your day job. Okay, whether you don't have time that you say, whether you're swamped with family and stuff, I have created a process for you to create a weekly drawing to serve as the featured image for your blog, help you set up your newsletter, help you build an audience around doing the work that you love. And this is over at weeklycontentchecklist.com. It's only $20 and it's going to help you set up your creative career moving forward. If you're finding any value from this show and you want to give back, the best way to do this is by leaving a good review on iTunes. It helps other people find the show as well. If you want to just shoot me feedback, just send me an email over at scotty@perspective-collective.com. I'm very open to hearing how you think I can help improve the show. And finally, I want to give a big thanks to Nick Jenkins of Blookah for all the theme music that you hear. You can find him at soundcloud.com/Blookah, BLOOKAH. I want to thank you for lending me your ears today. I want to encourage you to keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and keep creating. You've got this.